Hey, it's Doc here working on my bear guy build again. So we're going to pick up right where we left off. And we need D34. You know what? I might go ahead, since these are pretty thick. Hey, what's up, man? What's going on? How's it going? Taking a break from stickers. Yeah, they can kind of drive you batty. Trying to make some progress on this guy tonight. Try to finish up his legs. Man, I stopped by on Friday. I was down on the south side there. So I stopped by the Hobby Town. You've got to get to the one in Castleton. It's got a much bigger selection than what you've got there at on the south side. D5. Where in the world is D5 at? Oh, right there. Can you hear me all right? Are the audio levels all right? I think I adjusted them. Adjust them a little bit. Yeah, I was really surprised on how small. Last time I was down there at Greenwood, they had a much bigger, or Southport, they had a much bigger selection. So either, Gundam building's gotten more popular and they're running low on stock, or they're not refilling stock as they sell it, Whew, it's going to get hot. Ho, ho, ho. Hey. And I'll show you right here. There's my beard comb. One of my beard combs. So I can keep it looking... I've got to keep the weight of manhood on my face. The weight of manhood. Hey, man, if you're going to run the beard, man, you got to take care of it. Well, hey, Monkey, if you decide to go up there tomorrow, let me know. I might join you, or if you don't mind the company, give me a text in the morning and let me know. I'll see what's going on around here. Actually, you know what? I better not. I gotta wait until payday. I can't spend any more money. That's the thinking instead of planning. Yeah. Yeah, the other thing, man, is once you take a step into those master grades, I mean, the time commitment on the model also goes way up. So, you got to make sure you want to continue doing the hobby before you start getting those. But to add shadow in, kind of add more details. See how that. So here's a piece that has not been pinned or marked. If I can get the camera to focus on it. Maybe I'll do it down a little higher. And then here's one that has. So you can see the difference there in to give your model more detail and like shadows in the crease. So it's a little bit easier than like having to like paint a model, like you would have to do with like a regular model. You use these what are called Gundam markers. And they're all different colors. Like I'm using a gray because this is a white model, so the black would be a little bit harsh. See, like this one I'm working on, he's a bear robot, and that's the face. I haven't put the eyes on and stuff yet, but you can kind of see the difference on him. There's his body. I always try to put a picture up there in the corner of the model I'm working on too. I'm usually pretty careful. I use one set of clippers to clip them off the spruce, and then use a little higher quality clipper when I'm getting in close to take off the nubs. But yeah, I have inadvertently cut off a piece that was actually not part of the spruce and actually part of the model. And I've had to try to glue it and stick it back on. It's not fun when you have to do that. So did he get the? I saw that they had a bunch of those new Macross models on there. So did he already get the model? That's good to know. That. How was the price compared to? Well, they don't have that on Amazon, I guess, but I saw they put a bunch of Macross stuff up there. Oh, he just got it yesterday, or he put it on order yesterday? Oh, cool. So has he started on it? Well, I'm glad I'm providing a good break for you. And I got started kind of late tonight. I know this is usually when you start streaming, but usually I'm a little bit later. War Machine miniatures, cool. I love War Machine, man. I don't really know why I'm paneling these because they're an internal structure, but I guess it'll add a little extra detail. Whew, that's sloppy. I run the Q-tip over it to soften it a little bit and get it off the edges, and so you just really keep it right in the creases that way. And you can only tell if you really get close. All right, So, this piece, if I am... Yeah, that's the thing. And also, you got to go light, man, because you don't want it to... I found, at least, you just want to go basically over the top and get it off. You don't want to drive the Q-tip down in the crease, because then you'll basically take it off. So you just kind of want to go over the top of it. Trying to look at this stupid thing is set up. I got it. As I drop it in my lap, right? All right, man. I'll probably stop by later and see what you're going on in your stream. D6, D7. Hey, Gatoon, what's going on, man? Yeah, the one up at Castleton, I mean, it's got... But, you know, that whole shelf over there at Hobbytown in Greenwood, that whole side of that cabinet used to be Gundam. Last time I was down there, which was before Christmas. And now it's just that one end piece, which is it's kind of disheartening. But at Castleton, I was just up there a week or two ago, and they've got a huge selection. Yeah, that whole shelf or that whole rack used to be nothing but Gundam on that far side. Yeah, before I do my models, I wash all the spruces because out coming out of the when they come from the factory, there's a like a film on them, and so I take them and run them under warm water and maybe like a light toothbrush, a real soft bristle toothbrush, and just gently go over all the parts and all the spruces, and then let them dry, you know, overnight. Lay them out on a towel. Um, it just makes you know just it makes the I think it just makes them a little bit cleaner, you know, as far as the creases in the parts. And the markers go on a little better. The other thing I have a trouble with is the consistency of the Gundam markers as far as how hard I press and how dark the line comes out. It's one thing I need to work on because sometimes I press too hard. So then I end up with like marks like that, see? Now in those cases, when I press too hard like that and get a big old black blob in there, I will give it the once over with the Q-tip to try to, you know, even it out with the rest of the line. So it doesn't look as harsh. Mm. Yeah, they do. Yeah, what was those? Earth, wind, fire, all the elements. That was a great movie, man. Corbin Dallas, right? Wasn't that dude's name? Corbin Dallas. And Chris Tucker was in that movie. Yeah, it's a great movie. It's one of those cult classics, you know? Kind of like Big Trouble in Little China. Blade Runner. Oh! Did you guys see there's a Blade Runner sequel finally announced? Coming out in 2018? Oh, does he really? I'm a huge Blade Runner fan. I've probably watched that movie 1,000 times. I mean, I love it. You know, and Blade Runner's the movie that really started the whole like Shadowrun and all of those type of books or universes. What do we need here? PCB. Need 2 of those. Yeah, I always loved Blade Runner, man. I think I've got I've got the director's cut. I've got it on Blu-ray. It's like every time I see it, I have to buy it again. Let's see, how do these work? Ooh, I'm gonna have to clean that up. It's pretty visible. Excuse me. Oh shit, I forgot to put that piece in. Crap. I gotta pull it back apart. I hate when I do that. That's where the feetsy go into it, I'm guessing. Yep, there we go. Come on now. Didn't want to go in there all the way. Goodness. Excuse me. Yeah, I
Be more
creased
demanding
it.
with Spotify Premium. You can play any song you like, anytime, on demand, any album or playlist, in any order, or keep skipping. It's up to you.
Was his name Snake? Or Snake Blanken or some shit like that? Snake Plissken, that was it. Now that piece, I don't really like how it goes together. Now see, normally like that, see that seam there, monkey? No, since this is just a high grade, I probably won't do it, but what you can do on those seams is you can get that putty and you can actually file it in there and fill in those little gaps. But I'm not going to do that on this guy. Yeah, see, that one went together much better, but I've got to do a better job on this paneling. Look at that crap. Yeah, Bondo. Yep, basically what you're doing. Alright, so we got those two done. So what is next? Okay, D9 and PC. So D9, that is that one piece right there. Well, I did see a ton of those at Southport. I think they're like $6 or $7. They're not too bad. I've got two over here that I'm not using right now. They're still in the package. I bought them a while back. Yeah, I've got. Well, and there's different sizes too. You can even. I even saw they've got them for the small, super deformed ones now too. So you can get them for the smaller scale, and then the 1/100 scale master grades, I think. There we go. Yeah. The only difference between the real grade and the master grade is just the size and the number of parts. Things are There's a lot more movable joints and a lot more things like that. E1, E2. E was very small, if I remember. Yeah. Just wondering how visible these pieces are going to be and if I need to worry about. Well, I don't know. They're going to be covered up basically. D1. There. Okay. C2 and B7. Aha. That's pretty cool how those fit in there. Yeah, so that's gonna fit on there, something like that, I'm guessing, to form your legs. Ooh, but we used wrong snippers. Well, isn't that just cool how that works? There's the leg. I'm glad I lined that. I think it's gonna make it look better. And there, my friend, we have a leg. A very articulate leg. If that's... I guess it's going to be pretty sturdy. Looks pretty good. And now we're going to do the same thing for the left leg. And that's that one. It's always a good feeling when you get that final piece off the spruce.
Be more demanding with Spotify Premium. You can play any song you like, anytime, on demand, any album or playlist, in any order, or keep skipping. It's up to you.
Well, but my problem is as you're putting them on, they have a tendency to fall off, and then you spend the whole time farting around with stickers instead of doing the build. This is a weird song. Pew! Yeah. I'll have to see how many I'm going to put on this guy. Like, I know I've got eyeball stickers to do. There we go. Yeah, now what kind of stickers were they? Were they the water transfer kind, or were they just the peel and stick? Yeah, you'll get some on the master grade. You'll get the water kind that you have to cut around. So basically what you do is you cut a square around the sticker. You get it wet a little bit. And then you transfer it off. Then you peel the film off of it. Kind of like you would do with like window tint on a car. I can't. There's a certain name they give them. I can't remember what it is. I just got tint put on my windows here a week or so ago. I can't hardly stand to drive a car without tinted windows on it. I feel like I'm driving a fishbowl. Yeah, decals or stickers, whatever, yeah. Are you in the market? Tell you what, man, I just absolutely love that Fiat. You guys are probably going to get sick of hearing me talk about it. Yeah. Yeah, you want something with decent MPG plus something that you enjoy driving, because you know you're going to be spending more and more time in it. Look at there, I got 2 legs. There's the legs. That's the baby. You might as well see about. I'm going to go ahead and put together the big guy here. I can work on the other one. So I need these C5s. Yeah, see, that's the thing is, you know, like Andrew went with the little the Jeep, the Renegade, and like my car, it has all-wheel drive, you know, but it still gets 31 miles a gallon on the interstate. So there you go, Subaru. Get their take a look at the Subaru Crosstrek, man. That was another one of the cars I was looking at, and they're pretty affordable too. Yeah. Yeah, I was getting about 34 in my Lancer, so I've taken a little bit of a hit. And my Fiat's got a smaller tank. So it seems like I'm filling up more, but when I look at the dollars that I'm spending, it's about the same that I was spending for my Lancer. I was just had a bigger tank, and it was, you know, taking longer to refill. Getting like 10. That's funny. But it got better over time. Come on now. Look at there. We're getting to look like a bear now. Later, man. We'll see you later. Check him out. He's coming together. I did want to look at one thing though real quick.
Be more demanding with Spotify Premium. You can play any song you like, anytime, on demand. Any album or playlist, in any order. Or keep skipping. It's up to you.
You know what? He's actually pretty darn cool. I need to line in his neck a little bit there to give a little more detail. But he's going to be pretty cool once I get done with the other piece of him. Well, they do have another faceplate, so you can make him a friendly bear if you want. There we go. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, looks pretty good, huh? I like the fact that on his legs, they slide down over the top of the, instead of coming together as two separate pieces. So that way you don't have that big seam, you know, right down the middle of the boot. He's solid too. He's very well built. Badass bear guy. Yeah. Well, they've got a couple of different things. I might put a different set of, or you can put a different set of face and arms on him too. Yeah, he'll be cool. He'll be cool to display. You can see, I mean, compared to my hand, you can see he's pretty good size. He's very sturdy with the big feet and stuff. He's got a very low center of gravity, or wide base, so he's easy to pose and set. Yeah, he's a good, I like him. He's a good model. Now I got to build the little guy to go with him, and then do any of the optional stuff. All-wheel drive Lancer. Oh, the hatchback or what? Yeah. There's a couple of them. There's the ES, the SE, and the SEL. My old Lancer was an SE. I tell you what, that Lancer, I drove that car for over 100,000 miles, and I never had it in the shop for one time except for crap that I did to it. That was a really good car. Yeah, that was one thing. That was the other reason I went with my Fiat. It's got 100,000 bumper to bumper warranty.
Be more demanding with Spotify Premium. You can play any song you like, anytime, on demand. Any album or playlist, in any order. Or keep skipping. It's up to you.
The Trekking Plus. Either mine's the Trekking or the Trekking Plus. It's like I think mine's the Trekking, but got like the only things I don't have is the sunroof and the Beats audio. Yeah, the only two trim packages that I don't that's not on mine is the Beats audio and the sunroof. That's the only difference between mine and a Trekking Plus model, I think. Yeah, I got really lucky on the. Wasn't that just cool how that fits in there? It's funny. Andrew and I were talking. The same Jeep, the same engine that's in his new Jeep Renegade Trailhawk. It's the exact same engine that is in my car. The 2.4 liter Tiger Shark 9-speed transmission. PC7. Where in the heck's that? Oh, that's one of these. But it's funny because that Jeep Renegade that Andrew bought, I was looking at those as well. Come to find out, they're made by Fiat. You might take a look at Mazda's. I don't know how you feel about Mazda's, but they've got that new small SUV, kind of that compact SUV. I looked at it at the Indianapolis Auto Show, and it was pretty nice. It had a lot of room in it, and I really liked it. I just kind of got hooked on the Fiats from way back when I first saw them come out, so that's what I ended up with. But I knew that was going to happen. Yeah, I looked at those at the Indianapolis Auto Show, and I was really impressed with them. Because I needed something also with a lot of headroom. You know, I don't like to be. You know, that was the problem with my Lancers. I sat. Number one, I sat on the ground, and number two, the headroom. There wasn't a whole lot of headroom. Now with this Fiat, I can just get in it, and I've still got almost like a foot of headroom if I adjust my seat correctly. There's the body of the little bear. God, these pieces are small enough I can just cut right off the spruce. Yeah. I'm sure that's what everybody first thought when they saw it, but then it's once you see this 500X and you see how big it is, it's really you'd be surprised. Well, looky there. Starting to look like a little bear. Alright, man. I think I want to stop for tonight. I'm starting to rush through them. Not taking my time. Getting tired. So, thanks for hanging out. And probably I may do this continue tomorrow night. Try to wrap him up. See if I can't finish it. So we will catch up with you later, man.